Hello and good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Cheryl Muller, and we're going to talk to you tonight about gut health. Why is gut health so important? Maybe you've seen one of us post about it, and you're really just not quite sure. So that's why we love to have these events and share with you a little bit about what we know about gut health. I've been with Plexus for 9 years, and then here's some amazing testimonies because testimonies are really powerful. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Plexus. Plexus has been in the gut health space for about 17 years, and we are experts in the microbiome. And what we know is that the root issues of so many health problems go back to gut health. Instead of trying to cover up symptoms and treat those, if we get right to the root, then your health can really soar. That's what we have found out ourselves, and our products surely show that that is the case. So I'm going to give you a little bit of my testimony, and then we're going to hear from my amazing friends. So like I said, I've been with Plexus for 9 years. I joined to support my friend in her business. I was skeptical, but I did it anyway. So I wasn't really expecting anything. I knew that I was not happy in my skin. I was about 10 pounds overweight, where I ever said I was going to be, but I didn't want to admit it to myself. So I thought gut health supplements, that's not going to make a difference. But I consistently took my products, and it did make a difference. Weeks went by, and then slowly but surely, what I started to see was, I had stamina during the day. That's wow. It's 7 o'clock, and I can't believe I didn't want to take a nap. And then, you know what? I have not had sugar cravings. That's unusual because I had my own chocolate stash drawer. And then I thought, you know what? I bet you I could give up Diet Pepsi. I've been drinking Diet Pepsi for 35 years, and I never thought I could give it up. I was afraid I would get a migraine. And I was able to do it. And when I did, I say it was a nothing burger. That's a term that we use because I didn't care about it. I didn't miss it. And it was incredible. And I thought, wow, what else could we do here? I started dropping weight. I didn't have seasonal allergies, and I never did get those migraines. So that's just a little bit of my testimony. And I managed to get rid of some of that weight. So you could say I was a really happy customer. I love the community and the encouragement that we all had. And I found that I loved the business of Plexus, which we can talk about a little bit. But first, we're going to hear from my friend Angela, and she is a busy mom. So if you're listening to this and you think, oh, I'm just too busy, I don't know if I could fit supplements in my life, I just don't have time, I can barely breathe. Angela is going to talk a little bit about her testimony and how she does fit it in because we have simple systems. Angela, take it away.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. I would say she's 100% right, but I'm not sure busy can even begin to describe it. I'm a mom of four kids, ranging between the ages of 6 and 17. So we are crazy with sports and running here and there, school activities, nonstop, on the go all the time. And the one thing that originally drew me in was I was constantly dragging. I had no energy, was tired all the time. I felt like I just could not keep up with everything. So that is what originally caught my attention about the products when I see my friend post talking about how it could help with your energy level. And I'm not going to lie, I did not know anything about gut health. And before I started the products, and I was majorly struggling with depression and anxiety, crippling to the point that sometimes I just could not get out of the bed. I would have to lock myself in my room sometimes just to get a break to try to recompose myself. And it was a constant struggle. And I didn't realize that gut health related to that in any way. And what I learned is it is a major factor in dealing with that. So I was able to actually get started on the products. I was able to come off all of my prescription medications for the depression and anxiety. Able to just treat it with the all natural supplements that Plexus offers. And to me, that was a phenomenal thing because even with the medications, it was a constant struggle of one medication to the other and constantly having side effects. And anybody that's ever been on those kind of medications knows that it's a roller coaster ride of emotions. One day you're feeling good, the other day you're feeling bad. So um, that was the biggest thing that has affected me so much that made me want to share with others Plexus, because I want people to be able to see that there is a better way through life than having to deal with the prescription medications and having to struggle constantly. And I also was able to get help with the energy levels. I was able to get help with migraine headaches, sugar cravings. There is so many more things than I ever thought possible that I have been able to see changes in my health, all because of focusing on my gut health and using the all natural supplements in order to do that. So it has been a game changer for me completely. But I am going to, so that's just a short little summary about my story and why I do the Plexus. So I'm just going to introduce you to a couple that is wonderful friends of mine. It's Sheila and Chris Reeser. I actually worked with Sheila years ago and literally harassed her for quite some time about joining me and doing and trying these products and going along with me on this journey. And she didn't really see the significance of it. And then I met Chris and she introduced me to him, and he related to my struggles with the anxiety. So he decided to come aboard. And he is a pastor. He was very skeptical at first, but he was also looking for another stream of income, which is a big part of this as well. So he decided he would give it a try, and he hopped on board and joined me. So I'm going to turn it over to Chris and let him share a little bit about his testimony with you.
All right. Thank you, Angeline. Yeah, I could relate to everything you said there, except for the kids part. We don't have kids, but yeah, Angela, my Plexus journey, y'all, began just after being introduced to the product, like Angela said, by her and Cheryl. Just a little bit about myself. I suffered with debilitating health anxiety for years, and I had remembered that there was something about gut health, that there's something about if I could get my gut healthy, that it would go a long way toward helping me with anxiety. And so, but I didn't remember a lot about it. So I knew a little bit when I was introduced to the product about gut health. But anyway, I had some other problems, health problems, that is. I had overweight, type 2 diabetic, hypertension, even some brain fog, just no energy. And so I noticed, I jumped on that. And like I said, the extra stream of income appealed to me as well. And I thought, you know what? I don't know if I could afford it, but here's the thing. I was like, you know what? I could get my product cost covered if I could share this product with 3 people. And I thought, you know what? I don't think I could lose with this. And plus all the money I was putting forward on the medication for anxiety. So anyway, I noticed I went ahead and started taking the product, ordered it, started taking it. Within the first 2 weeks, some things I noticed right away. Pretty soon, the nervousness, anxiety, which is what I was wanting to focus on, drastically decreased. Remarkably, I had more stamina. Started noticing that. Improved cognition, no brain fog. even my sugar cravings, which was huge for me. I love sugar. I love snacking. And I noticed my appetite was curbed. And like I said, those sugar cravings were remarkably decreased. So, and like I said, I've even lost weight since taking the product as well as a result of that. So that's a little bit about me. And Sheila, like I said, she jumped on board. My wife, she was like, I'm going to do this to more or less support you. And I thought, okay, well, I would appreciate it because, having that accountability. And I thought that'd be great. So she jumped on with me. And I guess it was probably, I don't know, maybe like a month later, she got on the product with me. And with that, I'm going to let her turn it over to her and introduce her, Sheila, and let her give her backstory as well.
Thank you. So yes, I did sign up to help support Chris, and just wanted to be there for him through his journey because I got to witness everything that he had experienced with his anxiety. And so just to be able to support him, to help him see the light at the end of the tunnel, and just to witness his transformation has been nothing short of phenomenal, and very thankful for that. And honestly, I was not expecting much when I started Plexus, even though I'd seen the changes in him. I wasn't dealing with anxiety. I wasn't dealing with the issues that he was dealing with. So honestly, I didn't really feel like I was going to see really much changes uh, as he had. But again, I did. And at that time, I didn't really know how bad my gut health was. And because the bad gut health was really all I knew. I mean, that's all I had lived with, and nobody likes to talk about it, but, I became regular for the first time ever. And that alone had been a game changer for me. My energy and clarity improved. Headaches had decreased tremendously. With my job, I was suffering with headaches at least once to twice a week, and they were stress headaches. Now, they're almost non-existent. I do get them occasionally, but very, very rarely, which has been awesome because anybody that's a headache sufferer knows how debilitating headaches can be. So to go from sometimes 2 headaches a week to 1 every couple of months or 3 months or whatever, to me already is worth it. I have truly believed, and I got to thinking about it, every winter I usually suffer with a cold or some kind of winter cold. And this year was actually the first year that I have never had a winter cold. And I got to thinking about that, and I thought, I really believe the Plexus products has helped with my immune system. So I have been able to go all winter long without any type of cold, flu. I am not an allergy sufferer, thank goodness, but I don't suffer with any of those, but I truly believe that Plexus has helped me with my immune system. During the course of my regimen, I added MetaBurn to my regimen because I had a weight loss stall prior to Plexus. It helped to jumpstart my weight loss, where I was able to meet my first goal, and I was super excited about. I've also been able to come off 2 prescription medications. It's been wonderful to be able to inspire people through my success and watch them as they begin their journey, and to get to see their results of what they're experiencing is a true blessing to witness and be a part of. And I'm very thankful to be on this journey. And I always joke with Angela, I'm so sorry that I ignored you for years, because I really feel if I would have started this sooner, then there's no telling how much better I would be, even more so now. So I'm very thankful that Chris listened to Angela, because it wasn't me, and got us started on these products that has been a complete game changer.
I absolutely love that. And if you are not inspired by these testimonies, I don't know why not, because it is so inspiring to hear other people's health change and to be a part of that. And I feel like all of us are living our best life right now, and it's only going to get better because we're healthy. And one of the things that I tell everyone is that what I am doing now, I'm 62 years old. I go to the gym now, and am very active. And I always say, what I'm doing now is not for now. It's for 10 years from now. That's why I'm doing what I do now and investing in my health, because I think it's a priority. And all of us have decided that as well, even though some of us were skeptics to begin with. So I love that. I'm just going to quickly go over the triplex. So it's tri, meaning there's 3 components to it. And it's our pink drink, or that we talk about, or our product Slim. And this balances your blood sugars and it helps with those sugar cravings. It's good for your skin. And it has a prebiotic in it. So it's working on increasing the good bacteria in your gut. And like you heard here, our gut is responsible for our immunity, right? We don't get sick as often. That was a big thing for me, which Sheila, I forgot about, and I don't talk about as much as I think I should, because I used to get bronchitis and pneumonia every winter, and sometimes twice a year, and I don't anymore. And I think it's been since November of 2021, actually. And so that's pretty good. And our melatonin, right, where we get good sleep, that is in our gut. And our serotonin, which is our mood, which you heard a lot about, stress, anxiety, that is also in our gut. So we're talking about 80 to 90% of all of that. So, and then we have our ProBio 5, which is an amazing probiotic that has 5 strands of probiotic in it and digestive enzymes. So it really works on breaking down what it needs to in your gut. So then we can take our bio cleanse and it gently sweeps it out. Magnesium, vitamin C, it gets our digestion and working the way it should. Like we say, a lot of people don't like to talk about it, whether they're going to the bathroom or they're not, but that's gut health, and it can change your life when you feel better. So, so that's just our basic gut health system. And we just thank you for joining us tonight and coming to hear about a little bit about gut health, a little bit about plexus, and a little bit about each of our testimonies and how it has impacted our lives. So whoever invited you to this Zoom, get in touch with them, ask them any other questions. We're all here to help you. Our mission, not only with Plexus, but with our team, is so that you have success with whatever your health goals or your health issues are. And we would love to be a part of that. And we would love it if you would entrust us with that. We take it seriously and we honor that. So thank you for your time. It's so important. And we hope that you have a good evening, and we hope to have you on our team and talk to you soon. Thank you.